And the other thing that people concerned that whether it related to security issue in the country or not, most of the flight they fly over the ocean, so they didn't go to the land, so they couldn't spy anything. And the equipment in the aircraft, I just explained in the previous session that they just put the hole into the window, and they just suck the air from the outside into the equipment. They didn't have any measurement that they can scan. They just have only the tiny hole in the window on the top, on the bottom of the aircraft. So it's just only the certain point, very small point, so they cannot scan. For me, I wish that the project should be granted the request, because I think it very important, and it's a project by science community. It doesn't have any hidden agenda behind. So the main objective of this experiment is to study composition of air and how this composition go to the atmosphere. So it's linked to how it related to cloud, and later about climate. This two is linked. The air that released from the atmosphere, it can influence cloud, and cloud can relate it to climate. And the last thing is coupling. So you mean that the NASA, they came to this region to study air composition and how it reacts to cloud forming, and how it make the climate change. This one the major concern about this research. And in the area that they would like to study, they would like to cover the whole Southeast Asia. And the reason that they choose Thailand to be a base, because Thailand is the middle of Southeast Asia, and the limit of or the range of the aircraft that they decided to use it about, they can fly for 8 or 10 hours. So the location of Thai is it is good to fly to the north, south, east, and west. And the way that they measure, they're gonna bring 4 aircraft. 3 aircraft it come from NASA, and another one it come from Thai Royal Railway. I just explained that they're gonna put the equipment inside the airplane. They're gonna sampling air from the outside, and how they sampling, they're gonna put the hole to the window, and the air gonna sampling to a tilt from the outside to their equipment. And which parameter they're gonna measure? They're gonna measure air composition. They're gonna measure aerosol. Since this and another parameter, they're gonna measure physics composition of the air. They're gonna measure wind speed, wind direction, relative humidity, composition of any parameter in atmospherics. Once they get information, they can use this information to explain the link of seafood. The meteorology in tropical region is very difficult. It's very difficult for us to predict precipitation and predict the weather. From this experiment, if we can measure physical parameter that related to meteorology, we can use this useful information to able to predict the weather. So we wish that in the future, if this experiment can operate and Thai government allow it to do, we could use this information for meteorology purpose, and our Royal Rainmaking can use this information to produce a water in the area that people need it. And for me, as a professor in air pollution research, we wish that information about air pollution in Thailand, in Southeast Asia, and especially in Eastern Seaboard, we can use this information for us to better understanding what happened in that region. We can use this one to forecast the dispersion of air pollution. People can understand what happened, and policy making can have a tool for them to mitigate air pollution problem in Thailand and also in Southeast Asian country.